have right here in the front with his beautiful kids is Eric Guerra, Vice Mayor Council Member of Sacramento. And we have, okay, give him a big round of applause. Congrats. And we have Maiv Vang, Mayor Pro Tem Council Member. I actually know Mai because she was also our school board member, and I've been with the school district for the last 24 years, so I am getting very old. Okay, then we have, the next is we have our Sacramento Mayor, Darrell Steinberg. And then we have Chao Rothberg from Lao Family Community Development, CEO. And we're still waiting, and former San Pablo Mayor as well. So give her a big round of applause. Give him a big round of applause. We still are waiting for Stephanie Nguyen, who is an Assembly Member of District 10, and she's not here yet. But we're gonna go ahead and start with our Mayor, Darrell Steinberg from Sacramento. Let's give him a big round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you, Mai. Well, I know that you waited a few moments because you wanted more people to come out of where the food is being served, where the language is being taught and learned, where there's so many great things. And I just want to say this. I'm glad that people are celebrating the Mien culture throughout the entire place, more important than listening to me or any of the other politicians. You're Tan, sorry, what did I say? Tan, what did I say? I apologize, Tan. I am just honored to be here with all of you because every opportunity we get to support and uphold the beautiful diversity of Sacramento, we do so. And I'm so proud of the Mien community here in Sacramento, 15,000 people in the city and the county who have enriched our lives and our community here in the capital city. What incredible history of struggle, history of being dispossessed from Southeast Asia, and then the courage to come to this country and to start your lives anew, and to be models for what it means to be Americans, to celebrate immigration and the strength of immigration. I say to all those throughout the country who would turn back the progress in this country that has happened because we have welcomed people. We have welcomed new people and new immigrants into our community. I say to them, come to Sacramento and Hiram Johnson High School and look at the beauty of the diversity before me and before us. So have a wonderful day. Continue to be proud of who you are, because we, as Sacramento leaders, are very proud of you. Thank you very much.
No, I just... Langting, can you guys, you do on by Pupunino, Langting happening for the Gongwa, the way. Hồ bữa giờ chung miền mùa yêu miền thì con thấy hài quần bữa giờ chung chỉ tao xuất ta đái hổ năm nhìn chỉ cho như conจะให้miền chỗ hàiเลยbữa giờ chung ta đái chơi chấp sắm têเลยbữa nhìn bảng con bữa mai miền đểจะกินตรงhiếu mai chăm nhé ta đái hổ năm nhìnเลยนี่conเป็นhiếuนี่ปวดนี่hiếuตัวบmiềnเนี่ยให้หายบmiềnเนี่ยนะSacramentoได้giờ chung chỉ taoแต่ว่าmai hiếu chom hiếu cắt chân ta đái hổ năm thôiเลยเนี่ยhiếuตัวconบmiền sẽ ănให้หายแต่ว่าไม่จอยยังไงแบบโอเคไง because วิญญาณตายไหนนะหูบุกันเมียนไงกุยเจเลยไงบุญเย่ไล่ทางบุญเย่ว่าบุญเย่ culture เลยอ่ะดิหิวตัวบุญเสียเตาแต่มาแต่ยังว่าอย่างไล่ทางนั้นแต่ celebrate บุญเย่เมียนเย่ culture เลยมาแต่ย้ำเตาก้องว่าเดี๋ยว celebrate บุญเย่เย่ culture เลยนี่แรงจริงหายบัวอย่าจุ้งตายไหนหูน้ำห้อยน่ะ Lại như nói Jimmy ngay bữa hiểu thảo này. Đó là Eric Guerra, Vice Mayor Council Member. Lại bữa hiểu Eric khảo ta con hòa lãnh chính tham mong bây giờ bài bữa bên bữa.
Thank you, Tim. Let's give another big round of applause to Tim here, our educators for 25 years, educating all of our children and educating so many of them about the Mien community here. I'm Eric Guerra. I'm your vice mayor, council member, and more proudly, your neighbor here. I live here now, right across a block away from Hiram Johnson in this area. My family's out here. And how proud are we of this rich neighborhood? Let's give a big round of applause to all the neighborhoods out here. One, as someone who came to this country, didn't know English, didn't know the culture, I relate very closely to the struggles that many of our Mien community and how much the Mien community has contributed, not only here today, but also I think what is forgotten is of the secret war and how they fought for our country. They fought for many of our people out there. They were out there making sure that they were fighting for democracy with us, and they should be recognized for their patriotism and support for us, and we should continue to support them. So let's give a round of applause to all the seniors and parents and veterans and people who fought for us and were out there. It's a story that hasn't been told well enough and needs to be told more. There are so many principals past here, teachers here, people who have been in our community and law enforcement, and I'm proud to say that, you know, we have in the city of Sacramento, as far as we know, the first chief of staff for a large city, Koi Seichern over here. Koi Cho Seichern, thank you so much for your service. She has served our city. The Sacramento is one of the 6th largest cities, one of the largest cities in the country, and she's out here making change representing the Mien community. So today is about family. I've got our kids here today so they learn not only their roots of Mexican heritage, but that they learn their neighbors' history here of the Mien community and their proud heritage, their proud culture, their proud language, and their delicious food. So with that, si se puede, let's go Hiram Johnson, let's go Sacramento, let's go Mien community.
Si se puede, thank you. You know what, Eric? Koi Say Chao is actually from my hometown, Merced, so I'm very proud that she is representing our Mien community and representing my hometown as well. So thank you. All right, the one told like thing on we do on Bison Pun Eric Guerra, the one in Bunye Vice Mayor in Sacramento, the one in the Kong Tao Lang Ting time again, the Hang Ting Jang Dao, the Kong No, we do Mien Mua. Ta nói hậu bữa năm event là nín bà con hiếu tu được không? Nín bản sẽ con yếm nai chốt giấy tài nín bà yếm tiền năm tập trung tài ta hăng bữa nó lấy tài thảo nai hiếu tu được không? Khâu đồ hải bữa chỗ công khâu đồ hải sẽ tài hải tu được không? Mai chồng mình hải pháo mai công nín sẽ tài cái được không? Nín sẽ yếm nai chốt giấy nhé yếm nai tài bà được không? Nín chung hải pháo tu chỗ bữa nhà Vice Mayor in for Sacramento so được không? Nín hiếu tu bữa lãnh chính bữa hiếu tu bữa được không? Tài thảo nai bà được không? Struggles ว่าเขาแย่อยู่ว่าป่าหิวตู้ด้วยว่าหิวตู้เขาเปิดว่าเจียเตาหนงเที่ยวกำเที่ยวแต่จกงเองเทงจะต่อยบุญจุ้งเทงจะต่อยสไตล์ไม้น้ำถอยเลยนินโทษแรงจริงบัวด้วยว่าอย่าจุ้งไตน่าโหน้ำยินน่ะเลยโหน้ำอีเวนต์แรงจริงชอบโอมให้กล้องเรียนว่ากล้องตุ๊เตะห้าง thank you All right, so we're gonna call Maiv Vang, Mayor Pro Team Council Member. So, you don't buy book with Maiv Vang or in but the nice Sacramento.
Hello, good morning. How are you all doing? I'm so happy to be here today. My name is Maiv Vang. I am the proud Sacramento City Councilwoman for District 8. District 8 is not this district, but it's everything south of Florin. And I'm just so proud to be here today to celebrate our beautiful Mien community. I do, before, want to just start off by saying I want to thank and the Sacramento Mien Association Events like this doesn't happen overnight, and it takes vision and a planning team and lots of volunteers. And if I read Mai's Facebook correctly, she said there was about 300 volunteers out today. And so just want to give a shout out to the planning committee and all of the elders and everyone that worked really hard to put on this event here at Hiram Johnson. So just a round of applause for Mai and the Sacramento Mien Association and all the elders and everyone that worked really hard to make this event happen. I'm not Mien, I'm Hmong, but in so many ways I feel like our stories are so similar. You heard earlier from Vice Mayor Guerra really sharing his immigrant story as well, but my story, very common to many of you. My parents were Hmong refugees, came here, settled in Sacramento. When you think about Hmong history, you think about Southeast Asian history, we're very, very interconnected. I'm so proud that our Southeast Asian community is growing, and right here in Sacramento, you heard from the mayor earlier, we have about 15,000 Mien residents in our Sacramento County and growing. A beautiful community, and what makes Sacramento so great is our diversity, right? And Nguyen has contributed, this community has contributed to Sacramento, to the United States in so many different ways. And I'm just so happy to be here today to really celebrate our family, culture, food, but really our heritage. That's so important. Oftentimes when you think about our K-12 education, and you read the history books, you don't learn so much about folks who look like us, right? And so events like this is so important to make sure that our young people understand their history, where they're from, and really to build resilience in our community. And so I'm really happy to be here today. It is the second, I believe this is the second event. The last one was pre-COVID in 2019. And so it's just really great to be with community again. And congratulations just to the planning team, the community to come out, 5,000 attendees that we're expecting and probably more. And I was just talking to Mai, there is no more parking available. I could not find parking. And so next year, we're probably gonna have to, I love Hiram Johnson, but we might have to find a bigger location to make sure that, you know, we can fit as many folks as possible. So congratulations, I'll be here for a little bit, but just really proud to be here and to celebrate the beautiful Mien community.
Thank you, Mai. Give her a big round of applause. Again, she's the council member in District 8. แต่ว่าแหล่งจริงช้ำก่อนอินหอยแต่ไหนชาวบัวโหบัวเมียนเย่อิวเมียนเย่festival เลยก้องว่าปุ่นบัวนินแต่ก้องคือทั้งท่าจิจังด่างแต่นินใจเมียนป่ะแต่ว่าจันมิวแต่ห้างบัวเนาะยังพาจันล้าวตะปุงตายเลยแต่ว่าป่ะกันนินจุ้งหลงเที่ยวโตโซนินเนี้ย family น่ะไม่แต่ว่า a big family. I remember. Yes, so I remember when she was our city council board member here with Sac City Unified School District. I've attended a lot of the events, and I know that she comes from a big family, 16 siblings total. So imagine that. And here she is the oldest of 16. She's modeling for her siblings, modeling for the community, and also being a part of our community here. So I'm so thankful that they're here with us today. And again, she knows the struggles, but you know what? If you set your mind and your goal to getting where you wanted to be, you will be there. And look at them, they're there, they're here, and they're here celebrating with us. So thank you so much. So the next person I'm gonna call up is, I'm gonna call Kathy Chao Rothberg from Lao Family Community Development. She's the CEO of that particular company, and she's also the former San Pablo mayor. So it's a Kathy Chao Rothberg. She's actually a very big community leader that was leading the community, and now Kathy is doing that. So please give her a big round of applause.
Thank you everyone so much. We want to appreciate our elected officials. It's very difficult on the weekends because they're very busy too, but they always love the community, and so we want to thank our Mayor Steinberg and our Mayor Pro Tem Maiv Vang, and also our Vice Mayor Guerra, and then our Assembly member. She's newly elected, but we love her too, Stephanie Nguyen and Chao. So thank you so much for coming over here to celebrate this important second Mien Festival with us. So you gong te Mien wa, kasi say na atang aten atu 10 year bé hòa mà tiền bố hiếu như nhé mà tiền bố hiếu như bố hiểu mấy sinh tôi như tiêu quá sản quá mua tỏi là hay bố hiếu đi nhắm bé này bố hiểu trả san chào quá như mà phải chơi chàoอีสานยี่ย่ายเฝ้าในซัคราเมนโตยี่เยี่ยมเนี่ยยี่หมายเป้ายี่ในซัคราเมนโตยี่ก้องบัวยี่ทำบัวยี่ซูงยี่อ้อยไต่นายอินหอยไม้แซชูเขาว่าซัคราเมนโตยูเมียน association บัวยี่ซูงเจ้ากงกัมเฮียวแต่เจ้าน้ำเฟสติวัลปุ่นบัวยี่ซูงเมียนยี่บัวเดือนสองว่ามิงจะไทยตะปุงว่าจันว่ายี่ไฟนี่ยี่เปลี่ยนหางว่ายี่ช่วยจะล้าตะปูอันนี้จะไทยตะปูยี่เสียนหางซึ่งไฟจะเสียนหางไฟจะหางเหลืองแกงสวนจะไทยตะปูสัจจะล้าตะปูยี่บัวมีหวยอ่อหวยทรายอันมิงตัวว่านานมิงในวันนี้ยูเมียนเฟสติวัลยี่ต่อชิ้นยี่ฝช่วยยี่มายี่โกยี่บัวมีหวยอ่อหวยทรายมีมังว่าจันบัวเยี่ยมยี่ต่อชิ้นฝช่วยดูบัวบัวยี่อามายี่บัวอันไหนก็คือสิไม่ต่อยี่บัวมินจะล้างตะปูยี่หิวตัวไม่ฮัดยี่หอยยุงตายอีสานยี่บัวอันไหนก็ยี่บัวโจเมียนยี่บัวเปลี่ยนเหี้ยวไม่เงี้ยแมงสาไม่เงี้ยอักยี่บัวเงี้ยกูบัวจะหายเขาเยี่ยอันไหนอามาบัวต่อยี่บัวมินอันนี้ยี่บัวอ้อยน้อง celebration ยี่บัวอ้อยฝึกช่วยละให้ดูเนี่ยนึกว่าสันห้ามเกี่ยมาสันห้ามนึกว่าเนี่ยองกูสันห้ามก็นึกว่าโจเมียนจะหิวก้อนเดี๋ยวไปย้ำเนี่ยเมียนย้ำเดี๋ยวให้ก้อนเมียนว่าเดี๋ยวว่าจะให้ชงให้เจ้าหางอันนี้พวกนี้เสียตอนเสียเต้าพวกเมียนละให้เจ้าดักคู่ละให้เจ้าด็อกเตอร์ละให้อาจจะส่วนใต้เถงพวกเมียนอย่าสู้ก็สิเสียเต้าเมียนโกเมียนเขาก็ไม่เปี้ยวเยี่ยมเดี๋ยวพวกงานนั้นตู้ลงอันนี้พวกสุจาเถงจริงบุญเอกมิงจางป้อจะมิงแต่หังนี่ก่อนนี่หังก็บุญเมียนป่ะนี่ดอดมิงนิ่งให้ไต่ไหนป่ะยี่จ้าโซจิ้งนี่กงเยี่ยมลาวแฟงเลยจ้าเถงอยู่บุญเมียนก็สิเยี่ยยิ่งซุ้นหังบุญเมียนบุญยิ่งซุ้งใหม่กันได้ละหายบุญโจตลาดละหายบุญยิ่งซุ้งอินหอยโจเวนเดอร์ละหายว่าอยู่แหล่งซิงบุญยิ่งซุ้งบุญยิ่งซุ้งก้าวบุญยิ่งเหี้ยวโจ volunteer เถงเชงไม้so nom ngan yi lang sing bu yi zoom bu young people yum tonight yes ago the angiwa the young generation I'm so glad that you're here I know that I want you to learn the Mien language and the organization Sacramento Mien Association they want to teach Mien language I want to help too you will my facility yeah we can give the space for free ที่เมียนละหายเจ้าเมียนว่าละหายลองเพลงละหายเป็นยี่ซูงละหายเสียงอยู่เจ้าเนี่ยพวกเมียนเนี่ยเลยฟิงละหายว่าจุจ้ามิงเจงอันนี้ที่ยังว่าจุอันโซกาโฮแรงจริงทั้งว่าจุ support นะพวกยี่ซูงโอแต่นะว่าบัวตะฟันบัว vote นะบัวเป็น American citizen นะบัวจุ register to vote ที่เมียนนะบัวจุชนะนะบัวจุ mayor จุ vice mayor assembly members so ในนุบัญญากงนะหอกเทงบัวเมียนอยู่ซูแต่ฟังบัวโจอเมริกา citizen บัวจะ register to vote บัวไม่หันยุ่งบัวจะโทรนะบัวนึกบัวให้เทงเนี่ยแต่ฟังบัวก็เมียนว่าบัวให้กงนะบัวเยี่ยกงเมียนว่าเยี่ยจะเทงเมียนเทงเยี่ยแปลว่าเยี่ยไม่เจ้าเยี่ยจะบัวจะเทงเยี่ยห้องเฮียนเยี่ยเจ้าsocial security เยี่ยเจ้าเสียงอยู่เจ้าเปี้ยวเยี่ยเปี้ยวฮันยูบัวจะโจไหนบัวหิวจุนบัวจะโกงไหนบัวจะเทงบัวยิ่งซูโอเคเยี่ยมลาวแฟมิลี่จะลาวแฟมิลี่ CEO ยี่โทรมายี่ก็บ่ไม่โจน้องงานไม่เชิงฮันยูยี่ก็บ่ยี่ไม่ยี่จะเชิงยานก็สิสัญญาจะโหน่ะเท่าโจให้ยี่ไปจังโหยี่ก็ไม่จะเชิงยานน่ะยี่ปุ่นยานไม่ยี่เทงไม่ก็สิยี่อ้อยเทงไม่โจจุดลงก็จ้าโจจุดมิงโอเคยี่ก็ว่าลาวห้างยี่ก็เนาะยี่ปุ่นยี่นาทีให้ยี่ไปยี่หนองเสียงนาทีอ่ะแรงจริงเมียโมยี่จุ้งอินหอยเพราะจะโจจ้าห้องเนี่ยenjoy okay to my peace a little young one so แรงจริงช้าหมอ okay
Thank you Kathy please give her a big round of applause เดี๋ยวจะเอาใบปัวไปนี่โนแต่ว่านินกองว่าช้ำแองแต่ว่าไม่ป่าแต่ว่านี้ว่าน่ะเจ้าบัวอันนั้นให้บัวเมียนบัวเลย tham là actually niệm vui tao mai chụp nét thi lì nè chúng càng thích dành nè chụp nét thi là just wanted to acknowledge how for the younger generation she mentioned she was speaking in Mien and she didn't say it in English, so I know our young may not know the Mien language fluently, so I just want to let you guys know that she's actually so very proud that you guys are all here and encouraging you all to pursue higher education, and whether you become a doctor, a lawyer, a businessman, to come back and help with the community, and again preserving the culture, the language, and the heritage, and help us unite and continue to build and thrive together so we can continue to build a bigger community and have a much bigger crowd next year so we can all enjoy this big event again. Thank you so much. Okay. Yes, our next speaker is another assembly member from District 10, Stephanie Nguyen. Please give her a big round of applause. Stephanie Nguyen, another assembly member, District 10. Is that Elk Grove or Sacramento? Both. Okay, it's both Sacramento and Elk Grove. So let's give her a big round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You know, my brothers went to school here, and my family lives not too far away from here, and my parents still live there, and I grew up there, and I didn't understand everything Kathy talked about, but I got a little bit of it. When I was growing up, it was almost embarrassing to say that I spoke another language, that I spoke Vietnamese. And as I got older, I realized how important and how valuable it is and how much appreciated it is if you speak another language. And I grew up really, really, really poor, and I was always so embarrassed about it. But now I talk about it all the time. I talk about it because I want other kids, other families to know that you too can be a mayor, a council member, a state assembly member. If you grew up speaking another language, eating different food, growing up poor. But the one thing that I also learned is getting involved in the community, and that's what Kathy talked a lot about, because for the Mien community, there's not a lot of people that know about your culture, right? And it's up to you to go out there and educate our community about it. And while our mayor and vice mayor, assembly members and elected officials do an excellent job going out there and making sure our community does it, nothing can speak better than one of you up here doing it and fighting for your community. And that is why it is so important for you to vote, to become citizens, so that the next time, in the next couple of years, we're gonna see a Mien mayor here in Sacramento, a Mien council member, a Mien state assembly member. But that doesn't happen if you don't get involved. That doesn't happen if you don't help your community out. And so I encourage the parents out there that are encouraging your kids to be doctors, lawyers, engineers, and all of that. I said this the last couple of days. When I got sick and when my parents get sick, we never go see a doctor, right? Right, it's so true. We rely on all the medications we have at home. And so why do you want your kids to be doctors when you yourself don't see a doctor when you're sick? You should, and I appreciate doctors because they save lives. But you should encourage them to get involved and become elected officials. And that's what I'm encouraging my kids to do, and you should do the same. Because that is when your voices can be heard even more, and that's when your community can be elevated. We can only do so much, but we're not Mien. And I went and bought one of these, and I was a little late because I had to make sure I found this so I could wear it today and every time there's a Mien event. But I want to thank you. I want to thank you because you really do bring your culture and your pride, and you advocate for the community, for all of us. And it is all about unity. And it's the reason why so many of us are all here today to celebrate you and your culture and your community. So thank you so much for being here. It's a beautiful day. I look forward to going out there and spending money and buying the food and more cultural pieces like this so I could wear. Thank you so much for having me here. And thank you so much, everything.
Thank you, Stephanie. We are doing by Pupunino. Give her another big round of applause. Actually, ni con hiểu bữa ni anh thấy hay bữa miền ni chúng ta nói again. The way Tông Hill, the Cup Hill, the hậu năm Union Festival, and บัวอย่าจุ้งห้างก้องบัวตายยำน้อยนำตะปูบัวกัน register to vote นำบัวจะ register to vote แต่เหลียพร้อมจุดที่ห้อยนะบัวrun for any แต่ว่าหุงจาเยโกงว่าปวดนะบัวว่าบัวเทงนะบัว vote ปนบัวเลยนะบัวสหายเทงบัวเมียนนะแต่ว่าโซเจียเลยแต่ว่าเมียนช้ำยำกระเนียจันน่ะไม่ยุ่งตัวบัวเมียนข้าหนอบัวเมียนน่ะแต่ว่ายำหายตายมาตีเนาะหายก้องอิวเมียนน่ะเดี๋ยวต้องหิ้วตัวก้องน่ะบัวหยุ่งบัวเมียนแฟบัวหยุ่งหนูว่าต้องหิ้วเลยห้างก้องบัวกันฝึกช่วยยำน้อยโหตายเนาะโหตายเลยโหตายเอง run for an elected official โจหุงจานยกงแต่โจที่ห้อย maybe เป็น mayor ฟะเนาะบัวใส่หิ้วตัวจันจะให้ปุ่นจอบบัวอันจะดันก็ put us on the map ใส่หิ้วตัวบัวเมียนน่ะยำหาดาวตายบัวเมียนน่ะอยู่หยุ่งแต่ว่าหมายหยุ่งควยเจเลยไงบัว important เดาหายเดี๋ยวบัวสไตล์หิ้วบัวบัวไม่แต่เมียนไม่บัวให้กล้องปัญญาฝ่าวหรือว่าหุงจากล้องบัวเมียน5นอน่ะเดี๋ยวบัวหิ้วเลยบัวที่ห้อยจู่ run เล่นของเดี๋ยวบัวปวดเดี๋ยวบัว run for assemblyman for any official เดี๋ยวว่า position น่ะเทง vote ปุ่นบัวเลยเดี๋ยวบัวสหายเทงบัวอย่าจุ้งเมียนบัวชัดเจนนะโอ้แหล่งจริงช้ำโอ้ give her another big round of applause I'm trying to speak the best as I can in Mien but I'm still learning as well so บัวเกาหิ้วเกาไฮวเตบัวเปปุ่นบัวเมียนบัวโอ้ยี่ชาว still โหที่เมียนหวางแกงไข่เจ๋งแหล่งจริงช้ำOkay, so our last speaker, but not the least, is our own community leader here from Sacramento, North Highland area, I think. Mr. Ket On Seal he's a Union Elder Council chair, and I think covering Sacramento and North Highlands or West Sacramento. Oh, he's covering this whole area in Sacramento County. So. Let's welcome Mr. Ket On Seal. Oh, he's one of our Union Elder Council member covering the whole Sacramento County. Thank you.
Lệnh chính xăm chia bia đua trang xóm tới tiền mi con mắm nàng vui. In hoi kinh lông hải in hoi luông chàng thèn bua tùy buồng từ nay lôm bả in hoi nó đi tiền dành bua suốt nhiều tập bua cái xe ảnh hết chia lệnh chính xăm chia đua sim mà nay mai sẽ chu thở trên đi nhé đua quan yết dung trong bến năm yên vị tại bùa chúng tập hoàng yêu miền festival con yếm phát con yếm cô yếm tiền năm sang yếm California sang yếm nai quyền chàng cần nhua láng chính thảo đối với nhẹ bùa yết choáng láng chính thảo đối với nhẹ nai chiếu nào yun quế xe chào nên tóm năm cái này ta nai biển cái bùa con hòa nó nào bùa màyแรงจริงดูว่าเนี่ยแทนยันน่าแทงทานว่าแรงจริงเป็นยัง local government official ดูว่าเนี่ย city council ดูว่า Maiv Vang แรงจริงดูว่าเป็นยัง mayor Darrell Steinberg แรงจริงอาจารย์วัตว่า vice mayor ดูว่า Eric แรงจริงดูว่า Stephanie assemblyแหลงจริงแคที่ชาวน่าดูว่าเนี่ยนิมตานสกงเยี่ยมลาวแฟมลี่อีจันแองเป็นปุญญาเต้าคู่เมียนเป็นยาเต้าปุญญาเปียใจเยี่ยมหน้าอเมริกาตะพุงหน้าน้อมแสงนินดูว่าเนี่ยเจ้าปุญญาเต้าตุ่มเปียใจเต้าดูว่าเนี่ยแหลงจริงช้ำเจียบัวมายุ่งบัวเมียนบัวมายุ่งบัวสุดเขียมสุดเถงกุ้นปิ่นล้อนินอีจานเนี่ยฟนาแต่ยังไงบัวน้ำแสงตรงบัวตาเตะบัวอย่าตู้หายบัวตาเตะนั่นบัวจิ๋วเจ๊ฟิล์มไม่เมียนตู้หายบัวตู้หิวเชื่อมจู่ยุ่งกุ้นหล่อหรือบัวหายเถงตู้เอียหลงเหี้ยวช้ำเจียตีเถาปัญญาดูว่าเสียบน้ำลางยังไงกันอยู่ว่าแหลงจริงปัญญาลางเสียวแต่เย็นน้ำลางแต่เย็นน้ำลางตะฟามน้ำลางตะเฟน้ำลางตะหืมตะหลวตะเสียตะเป็ดตะจ้วตะเสียบน้ำลางเอียก้องมิงตะเต่าเนี่ยดูว่าลางเสียวโทแหลงจริงบัวลางเสียวอย่าจุ้งเก่าเจ้าบุญเย่ làng trông cái nhựa chỉ ta bùa yêu miền tại đây đối với nhẹ mai bèn on mai chín nhiều bùn bùa đối với in hoa chí minh mai nhung bèn ya can trên đối với nhẹ lột nhang chỉ mẹ em chuẩn bùa biển ai ta dấu đối với dấu nom yên vui ta bùa khu yếm của nhận lãnh chính thảo đối với yêu miền Friendship Association đối với nhẹ tu khói mạng ta thảo trên đối với nhẹ bùn bùa nhẹ phải chơi lún sấy bùa miền hòa bùaจุดจีบหลงบนเมียนว่าบัวตายก็น่าตะปูงน่าเยี่ยก้องเจ้าก็บัวจะเหตุยันน่ามีไม่สิ่งอย่างนะบัวไม้เมียนก้องแส่เจ้าแส่หันยุ่งอย่ามาแส่จูแส่ยุ่งแส่ผ่านแส่เตือนมึงป่าเลี่ยมเจอเมียนว่าอย่าไม่ก้องยี่เจ้าเหตุปีงะบัวจู่ดูว่าเนี่ยเจ้าจะไปช่วยเจ้าจะไปกว่าฝุ่นมิงเอาจุดจีบบนเมียนว่าบัวเชื่อมสู่หันยุ่งบัวไม้เป็นยัง local government official นบัวเถงเจ้าบัวแหล่งจริงช้ำเจียบัวยังฝึกช่วยห้ามเถาหันยุ่งห้างอาจารย์นบัวกองตักว่าบัวยังฝึกช่วยบัวสุดเถงเจ้าอ่อนนบัวเหี่ยวปุ่นนบัวนบัวเนี่ยห้ามเถาหันยุ่งปุ่นนบัวเสือจิ้มิงเจ้าจิ้มิงยาวจิ้นนบัวเอาสู่ไม้เต่าป้าบัวเมียนฝาตาเจ้าหน้าอาจารย์นบัวกองก็แต่ว่าไม้เจ้าเมย์ไม้เจ้า city council ไม้เจ้า assemblyบัวจะไม่เบื่อเมียนตัดเสียนโจแหล่งจริงช้ำเจียเยี่ยก้องตั้มจริงป่าทุ่มบัวหยัดสวางแปงออนตายบัวตายเท่าตองจนทับเย้าตายดัวเนี่ยตะเต้าไม้ฟิงจุดจิวเกลจนอย่ามาซกจิวเจียทุ่แหล่งจริงช้ำกวางกินบัวหยัดสู้แปงออนโอ
Hello Thank you มือจ้องใบปัวปุ่นดว่าแค่ออนเจียวแค่ออนโอนินจะว่าจะโหเนี่ยติ้มนายยันโฮซักเมโรคาวนี่เลยแรงจริงช้ำนิน actually จะนำ position ช้ำหางหายยำนายฮิวตัวยี่ฝ่าแต่ยำนายซักเมโรจุดตัวยี่จะเฟยหางเลยแต่ฮิวตัวนิน have always เทงบุญเมียนมัว he has a very very big heart for the community as well so I just want to say a few words in English from what he said. I know he says a lot. I'm not going to be able to interpret everything. But basically, he started out by thanking and acknowledging that Kathy have moved here. She's also not only the CEO of Lao Family, a community center, and not also previous former mayor of San Pablo, but she's also the I-Man president. This is our first Mien lady president, ladies and gentlemen, so let's give her a big round of applause. That is a history in the making. I don't know if you guys know, but my opinion and what I knew and grew up with as a Mien woman, it has always, it's a unique culture, right? I know in my grandparents' generation, my mom, my grandma, they were always submissive, oppressed by the men, and that's just a culture, right? It doesn't mean, but as I was growing up, I'm like, why can't we as women take charge? Why can't we make decisions? We're just all learning and growing and compromising, but I have, growing up, it's always been, well, you're a girl, your job, your role is to be a housewife, to cook and clean, and to be a good wife to your husband and your family. When you get married, you don't only marry your husband, but you marry your in-laws, your extended family, and I understand that, and that was fine. But I want to have that equal opportunity as well, because living here in the USA, we all have to work. We all have to make a living. So we should be able to have that choice to pursue higher education. Women empowerment. Last month just ended the month of Women Empowerment Month. Kudos to all the ladies! So know that this is a new era. Every one of us have a choice. You make that determination, you decide what you want to do, set that goal, and you will get it. Just like how all of these assemblymen and ladies was encouraging all of us. Our Mien community is a dying race. Just like what Mr. Chao just mentioned earlier. He projected in the next 50 years, we will not be in existence. Even though we're here, our bloodline is here. But because we don't speak our own language, we don't preserve our own culture and tradition and heritage, we will be a dying race. So I encourage all of you to encourage your young kids, young family, to learn how to speak Mien. There are classes out there that are teaching our Mien language. There are classes out there that are teaching our tradition, our culture, and it starts from our own home. I am guilty of that as well. I have 4 kids, 2 boys, 2 girls. I try to teach my own kids, but they don't know how to speak it as well. And I encourage all of us, we all have to do better. If we want to preserve our culture and really preserve our race and put our Mien community on the map, we have to start from our own home and start teaching our young. So that way, 50 years from now, 100 years from now, people will still know who the Mien people are. Because we are a unique group of people, and we need to be in existence, and we need people to know who we are, what we do, that we are a loving community, group of great, amazing people with a unique culture, and we love families, right? So anyway, that's all I wanted to say, and I want to thank all of you, our assembly ladies, assemblymen, our elder council leaders here, helping us and preserving our culture and thriving and helping us grow. And hopefully next year we will have a much bigger event. And with all of the sponsors and with their acknowledgement, we might be able to get, if we have more people, we'll have a bigger facility, and people from all over the world can join us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Thank you, Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy and have fun for the Mien Festival. So later on, we're gonna have the music and dance and a singer. So right now, so I would like to say some Mien. Bữa Mien bữa tỏi đối với nhà, Trang bữa đối với nhà. Chú bữa Mien nhà đối hồ bữa đâm chứ bữa bài bữa dạng cháu thì bữa hồ biểu mẹ của nhựa cho lại hàng hai nhà nó hồ chả nóc sồ bữa Trang bữa nhà bữa đồ dỗ hai biểu dạ lô hai bữa bài dạng cháu hai thì bữa hồ bữa mi cho lại hàng nhà tôi nó hồ mẹ của nhựa thì bữa bền chả lại hàng bữa này bữa